Thought does not create, it only observes. It declares itself the precursor of action, and the being recognizes it as such. The being places thought at the beginning of everything, of anything, and even at the beginning of time and creation. There is no divinity dissociated from divine thought. The narratives about the gods and their movements inevitably incorporate this thought. Divine thought is imposed as unquestionable truth, and beliefs are formed based on absurd assumptions. Thought is the most complex product that the being manifests. Agreements, complicity, and communion navigate within the thought that precedes them and sustain the thoughts that follow. Thought is associated with existence, and consequently, with life. However, it is a product of the mind, and reveals it. Both, the mind and thought, are creations of the being, destined to sustain, organize, and validate the creation that emanates from the being itself. The manifested being is unrecognizable without thought. The mind exists before, during, and after the manifestation of the being, but it does not exist outside the very being that the being is. The being itself creates the mind, uses it as a tool, inserts it into creation, and shares it with all creatures, throughout all time. Limits are imposed and broken through actions conducted by thought, the agent of the mind. Without thought, the manifested being seems incapable of understanding creation. Thought is as creative as creation itself. However inexplicable something may be, thought argues with intelligence, leading the being to the unquestionable and to acceptance. The being believes that free thinking brings it closer to freedom. Cunning is a mechanism that permeates thought which, by its nature, would not survive outside created beings. Thought is endangered before the gaze of the being. It is against this gaze that it plays. With each inquiry, thought imposes successive arguments, never ceasing to be the guiding thread of explanations and apparent creations. The being declares itself creative, without questioning the real usefulness of its creations. Thought sinks the being into formulas, talents, and into a merely apparent creativity. No matter how much thought tries, it will never succeed in explaining the mad, nor madness itself. It may seem insane and impossible that the being does not think, but it is precisely this that frees it.